Hi, this is BB again. I wear this in my house because I don't know if you can hear. That's not a cicada. That's something else. It's a buzzing in the electrical lines. See, it's gone. It's gone. It'll come again. Last night, something I had, or was it this morning? Something I had on. Was it my microwave? What did I have on this morning? Something. I think it was my AC. My AC was running. And as soon as I left it on at night because it's very humid here, and as soon as I turned it off, it was going while it was on. As soon as I turned it off, it stopped, like abruptly at the same time. Is that my imagination, or is these things, whatever they're animals or crickets, whatever, are they working with me? Maybe they're on my payroll and I don't know. I don't know, because it seems like they're working in accordance with my will. Who knows? I have a lot of power. I just didn't know that. Yay me! But anyway, what I've noticed, and watch this if you will, closely, pay attention. I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, or it may be, because there are people who gang stalk without all the heavy technology. But the people who are doing this to me, I know for sure, they have some sort of technology that's creating electrical impulses, electrical charges and things. I don't know if I know they're hacking big time. And I don't know if hacking is the main profitability avenue that they're using that gives them the highest profit. I don't know how. If it's just hacking and stealing, or hacking and live streaming people, or hacking and ransomware, because I read about that. There's something called ransomware where they have a bunch of your files and you can't open them, and then they'll charge you like about $10,000. You have to deposit it in some account or send some I don't think you could send a check because it's going to be sent to somebody else's name. But they're going to find a way how to do that. I don't know how to do it. Take it off your card. But if you take it off your card, where is it going? It's going to somebody's account. I don't know how they do it. But they'll only give it back to you if you have something, if you give them a certain amount of dollars, or you do them some sort of favor. Now that is called organized crime. That's called organized crime. And mostly, and this is what they want, the people who are doing this, when I open my mouth to say this is what they want. At this point, I really don't care. What they want is for me to say things. It's called blackmail. If they will blackmail people, if they have certain things that they don't want to be found out, they're going to blackmail them. And when I put this out there, it's like they will say, no, well, this is not their fault. She put herself at risk. Yes, well, my life is already being tormented. You see, why is she doing this? Why is she right now at the bottoms of my feet? Look at my shoes. See, look here. This is what's happening to me. See all these marks here? There's fresh ones there. I don't know if it's bugs in the place or what. But since I came here at first, like for the first 2 months, there were no bugs. Suddenly there are bugs all over biting me. Okay, my arm, see there? Here? No, they're biting me all over. What does this look like? What does it look like? I have some disease, or I'm a big time drug user. See? That's what they want. Give the impression. If a person has done some wrong, a person has done something, maybe watching pornography they shouldn't be watching or something. I mean, everybody watches porn. What's the hell? The ex-president. There's a video of him saying, grabbing someone by the and he became president. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? The thing is, these people are lower than low and despicable. They're despicable. They have no sense of, they know what's right or wrong, but they don't care. They want this madly. Badly and madly they want it. They want to be like the biggest, the New World Order. They want to set the pace. I don't Do you want to live in a world like this? No, I want to live, but I don't want to be where they are controlling things, because that's what they want. They want to be a part of whatever this is. This is like a new wave. This is not going to be the new world order. If there's some group of people out there, they have to learn how to combat this. You got to know where to find them. When they catch people who are hacking, they have to have stiffer punishments. I read on the internet or on a news feed or something, this was a few months ago when I was in a motel, that a man got arrested for watching some kind of porn on his because his internet showed up on his internet feed or something. I mean, I'm not sure how that works, on his computer or something, or he was shooting porn. I don't know what it was, but come to find out, it wasn't him. It was a neighbor hacking into his and using his internet to do it. Then they cleared it up and they released the man and they arrested the neighbor. It wasn't him at all. He didn't even know this was happening. That's what I'm talking about. And these people are not above doing that. And since they're following me, I have no choice but to believe this is part of they're trying to set me up in some way. But they're trying to make it look like it's not related to them, but it is. Those stamps must be worth a lot of money. My guess is over $50 million. It must be. Because for over a year, think of all the people they've paid to do this. It's not cheap. These people ain't gonna charge. They're not working on minimum wage here. They're paying these people hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're paying them money. They're paying them big money. They have to be. Look at the line of work they're in. Look at the line of work they're in. Right? You got to be paying them money to do this. So, over a year, I moved to Vegas, moved to Oklahoma, then another part of Oklahoma. That's 3 places. Obviously, they chased me out of my home because if it happened there, then it would have been too close for comfort. I've been there for over 4.5 years. I was too established there. So all this shit happening, somebody would have taken notice. And one of the things I've noticed here with this is when I have my phone on, my fingers are tingling. Like the fingertips, there's this burning sensation, and it's like it starts starting to tingle. Like I don't know if you're going to notice that, but if your phone gets very hot, one of the things of hacking that you know you're being hacked is if your phone gets very hot very quickly. Mine is charging, but it's very, very hot. Like I touched it to my lip before, it almost burned my lip. It's really hot. It's an iPhone, and you touch it, certain parts of it, it's like it's tingling. You're feeling like it's almost like a mild, extremely mild electric shock. This is what I mean, where they could spray something on the walls. Like when you're hot, like you're in a hot, humid place and there's no AC, the fan isn't doing anything. If your house is kind of semi-dirty, what happens to the scent? It rises. It starts to stink really bad. Even your own sweat. You don't shower, it starts to get hot, you start to smell yourself. What if they can spray some chemical somewhere and then they do the same thing and in the vicinity, close vicinity, and you in this room and it's all around your house and it's being sprayed? What do you do there? So far, nobody has complained. Nobody has said anything. I don't have any proof, so I can't say anything. I wish I was some proof, because I did call the cops here before, and they did not do anything, because they said that they don't handle stuff like this. It's out of their jurisdiction, and they don't really have anything solid to call in the FBI. Because I don't know. I have the $20,000 in my Google account that was hacked into. That's the only thing I could. They said that if over $10,000 that the FBI does get involved. Apparently not in my case. Apparently not in my case, because they're not interested. They're going after Russian hackers. They don't want to know what's in their own backyard. They're not interested. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't want to die. And I don't want to belong to a world here where these people are ruling things. Because the way how this is going, they're, in my opinion, they're getting bolder and bolder and more courageous, and because they're feeling a sense of security. Now, why is that? Think about what I just said at the beginning of the video. Why is that? We have to take a stand, you and me. We have to be strong, and we have to let them know they can't do this. How do we do that? I need ideas. I need ideas. How do we do this? This is a real problem. How do we do this? Give me ideas, give the cops ideas, give the FBI ideas, give your neighbor ideas. Make them stronger, that they're able to combat this before it starts. Let them secure their internet. Let them raise questions to the internet providers so that they know this in itself is a pandemic. It's not an epidemic, it's a pandemic. It's a pandemic. Think of what this is causing. And these things have like little inflammation, little inflammation. Like my finger, or, you know, like this on my finger, or between my toes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I never, when I moved from California, I didn't have this. It only started like a couple of months ago with this. It's like they're trying in so many ways to kill me, but my body just isn't dying fast enough for them. It's just not dying fast enough for them. Why do you want to kill me? What do they want to say? There was a big puzzle here with something and they solved it? Well, what is it? Looking for reward money? What are they looking for? All I want is for them to stop and let people go on their lives. And I know y'all only want this too. You're not looking for anything else. You don't want handouts. You want to work. You want to get on with your life. People out there, they're fortunate they're not like us. This is why we have to make each other stronger, and we have to help other people to just look at this tough situation before it starts, see that they have a point there, and secure themselves. I'm not saying go vigilante on anybody. We can't fight them because they're not coming in our faces. We get hiccups. We're not fighting. We can't fight anybody because they're not coming in our faces. They're like the faceless, nameless monsters that lurk in the shadows. We know they're there, but we have a hard time getting the police or the authorities to see them. So the police and the authorities label us as crazy, as you need medical attention, you need psychiatric attention. Again, there's some of us who are schizophrenic, some of us who are bipolar, and those ones need to be encouraged to take their medication or get some sort of therapy or meditation where they can differentiate what is real and what is not, and go from there. You don't need to be doped up all the time, 24 hours a day. You can do it. The thing is also, there's no procrastination here. I want to work. You see right now, like my feet in those shoes, it's like my blood is frying, like boiling at the bottom there, the bottom of my feet, like it's just, you know, like when a pot is boiling and you put your hand at the top, you could put like get a piece of cloth and you can feel the vibration of the bubbles. That's what it feels like in my feet. I don't know what's causing it. And my head is just hurting. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know. The screeching is gone for the most part. Like, I hear it. I don't know what's causing it. But anyway, stay safe. Try to empower yourself when there's no one else to empower you, and try to let's get some ideas on how to combat this. Is there any part of the government that you know is designed to help people like me? Help me. Help you. Help somebody who is in distress. This is a time when we have to band together against these people. But our job is not for revenge. Our job is to take a stand, to be stronger, and get other people to strengthen themselves before it happens to them. That's what our job is. This is how I see myself. I'm not a vigilante. I'm not trying to save anybody, but what I know, this is wrong. And they're older people, they're people with pacemakers, they're people with existing psychiatric conditions. What's going to happen? It's not right. And all for what? The people's money. Sometimes you can have money out there that you don't even know. You don't even know you have it. They know though. How they know? I don't know. This is the thing. Where do I begin to look for money that I have? I know the stamps are missing. Is there any more money that's out there in my name? I don't. Where do I look? Where do I look? Because they're hacking also. If I look, I'm not going to find it. Another way to look at this is if they've stolen money from other people and they've put it in my name. Because now when the federal government or the IRS come and say, well, they call me by my name and say, "Baby, you have $1 million. Whoa, where? Where'd you get this? Yeah, I don't know where'd it come from. It's in your name. It's against your social security number. I don't know. Now, I'm not there to defend myself. What's going to happen? It's like they've taken a bunch of money and they could put it to get added to people's name, and then people like me. See, I was estranged from my family. I had a falling out with my dad, and my dad had a saying that his wife has died, which is my mama. We're all a legal family, and family is done. He was just kind of cruel. So I had a falling out with him, and we didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And I left, right? So I was estranged from him. I was estranged from, because, you know, his family, which was my family also, and my mama only had one brother. So I grew apart from them because they're in a different country. I was alone most of my life because this is the way I was brought up. I was an only child. I was always alone. I was not allowed to have friends. I was not even allowed to look out the window. It was very strict. So I have this mentality of being by myself, isolated, because I feel safer this way. See, he instilled that in my head. You stay away from people, you stay away from trouble. So I stay away, I stay out there. And I'm not antisocial, but I never used to go out of my way to do anything. Like this here, like a year ago, you would have never caught me doing this if this hadn't happened to me. Never would have done this. Never. Never, ever, ever. I didn't even used to like taking pictures. I never used to like taking pictures. Never you would have caught me doing this. It's only because it's become a necessity that I have to rise to the occasion. Because I need help. I need somebody to explain to me how to get the police to help me. I don't know. So, with that being said, these feelings, I don't know. And when you touch your phone, you might feel like a sensation. I don't know. If you don't feel it, then you don't feel it. But I am feeling it. So whatever my set of stalkers are doing, they have something that's giving off an electronic pulse. I don't know what it is. I don't think this is in my head. I don't believe it is. So watch out for that. Like I said, not every stalker, not every hacker or whatever have this ability. But whoever these ones are, it looks like this is what they're doing. So stay safe. And if you have any ideas, please let me know.